Welcome back to Que Pasa Nashville. My name is Cristina Oakley, and we're working and speaking with Metro Nashville Police Department. We have Officer Gomez and Lieutenant, I keep saying it's Coker?
Yes.
Coker. Really talking about the impact you're making in our community. The community outreach, the partnerships, the El Protector program, really get into the Latino community. But Lieutenant, you're a native Nashvilleian.
Born and raised.
This is your home.
Yes.
16 years on the force.
Yes.
And what is your ultimate goal here in this position?
Wow. I've done a few things on the department in my 16 and a half years on the department. So it is clear to say that I don't have any aspirations of leaving, if you will. But in my current role of where I am, I'm very fortunate to have a great team that is self-sufficient, self-motivated, self-driven on their purpose and mission to get out into the communities because they reflect the communities that they equally serve. So they already know what they're doing. Now, the purpose of what we have the liaisons is so they can bring that information back of how the majority of the department that are not in our roles can clearly serve the other communities that we reach out to better. So one of the initiatives that we do is once we get in with the community, especially Hispanic Latino community, once we get into those communities, she introduces the respective precinct officers to come and engage. So that way those communities know who their officers are. If there's a call for service, who may be responding to that call for service. But at the end of the day, regardless of, if you're on the north side of town, south side of town, wherever you may be, whatever culture you may be or situation you may be, the treatment should be equal and you will get the best service. So I can't compare ourselves to other cities. I would like to think that the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department is the best.
Of course it is, yeah. It has to be. It has to be. You guys are in it. But, okay, so as you guys go and you have your different liaisons from the Asian, the Kurdish, the LGBTQ plus community, and your officers reflect a lot of these communities, how do you gather that information to teach the majority of the officers? Is there opportunity for them to interact with these communities as well? You said via the precincts, but there is, especially mental health these days. Is there a good training within the police officers to let them understand, especially the new police officers initiated, they understand what it means to work with the LGBTQ community?
Yes. We actually, do you want to answer that?
I can. We actually go, when people are in the training academy,
okay,
we go in and
Great.
we tell them about this unit, what we do. So we also, while in the academy and after the academy, we have training in mental health issues that's become a big thing. We have 58 plus hours of mental education and how to deal with.
So it's evolving. Police officers are evolving with the needs of the community, because mental health, wow, that's become a new one. Domestic violence, I mean, that's our number one, I would think murder rate is domestic violence, or, so that's a lot. Domestic violence is also where the police officers get hurt. Something as innocent that people don't realize, that our police officers get shot at with those issues, with those calls. So it's a lot of things you guys have to deal with when you get a call or part of the community. And I think that is overwhelming to think about, but we know you're out there and stuff. So what can the community do for you? You said, I saw you on the camera, invite us to your events.
Well, it starts from just seeing us as people.
Okay.
Like we try to humanize the badge, if you will, so where that way you see us in this uniform. However, take the uniform away, because if you were to see me in Costco or Tiger Mart or wherever outside of uniform, I look no different than you, right? In just plain clothes. So, but if you do see us in uniform, just take that one step, small step. Hey, how are you today? How are things going? We enjoy sports. we enjoy.
You can talk other conversations.
Yeah, we don't have to talk just law and order. I mean, we like to get out of that role as well. I think it's just sometimes it can be tense because people don't know how to be around us, or they just see us as a security as opposed to just the person.
But when you go to your events, and
Love it.
You're probably, playing ball with them. I mean, we are getting more and more videos. We're getting more dancing videos of police officers playing basketball. Those are good, a lot of more videos or TikToks of officers interacting. But that's what the events do.
That's exactly what they do. And also, like, each prison have a community team as well.
Okay.
Because, we are countywide, so we go everywhere. But every precinct also have their own community team that they can go to other events within their part of the community. So yeah, these are things that we do all the time, but also, like, we just want to build that trust. If they have something happen to them, that they can feel that trust to call us and ask for help. And also the language barrier, we want to educate them and let them know, like, hey, you can call the non-emergency number or the emergency number, and there's going to be somebody that speaks your language. So don't be afraid of not calling.
And that is huge. I saw recently when I went on your website, you have a lot of diverse police officers, foreign born. How do you recruit diverse police officers? Is that an initiative that you have?
Absolutely. The greatest thing that we want to do, again, you could look at it two ways. You can't be what you can't see, or you can be the first of what you don't see, so you can be what you can see. So it is one of those things to where that's why we have our liaisons that are out there. Like I said, we have a Kurdish liaison, and it just started with her just interacting with the Kurdish community. Well, now the Ethiopian community is coming in, and now the Somalian community. And from there, we have some people on our department that are actually from Ethiopia and Somalia, and we have others. So it's very interesting to hear their stories about what brought them into law enforcement, whether it's something that they experienced back home in their route, in their journey to coming over to the United States, whether it's something that they have experienced here traumatically in the United States that have shifted them to become a servant. It just varies so much.
But you also have the high school camps.
Oh, yes.
And my daughters went to them. And I loved it. And it was really having fun with police officers, especially when the police officers that are in your schools. Those relationships are just huge because those officers can see and feel the changes in kids and maybe reach out to them. So those are a lot of great things to continue to build within the community. What you said earlier is from the young ones at the festivals to high schoolers and then even adults. So, but another challenging question I might have is, what are some of the good stories I remember when the Shoney's killer, Paul Reed, who was sentenced, and a undocumented cook is the one who identified him and was able to, that testimony was able to put him in jail because they didn't have a lot. Do you see some success stories of people calling in and knowing that because of the relationship you built has added to a case being closed or opened?
Yes, we do see a lot of that. I'm not sure if all the cases that I know about have been closed yet, but it's hard. But little by little, people are calling in more, and sometimes, like I said, they don't feel quite comfortable coming straight to me, but they will go to somebody else to contact me, and then we build up and we let them know, we don't have to know your name or anything, and they will tell us everything. Like, they will tell us where these people live and everything, and we connect them with the detective working the case.
And then I think that is the whole objective of your program. Well, thank you both very much for being on the show. Again, Metro Nashville Police Department taking the initiative to create community and partnerships division and really being out there in the community. So if you're out there and you see them, say hello to them. They're just like us. Also invite them to your events so they get to know your children, your grandchildren, and just let them know that they're welcome and that we are all safe with them. Muchas gracias, and we'll see you next time on Que Pasa Nashville.